Good morning. It is now 9:01 and I call this meeting to order. Carrie, can you please take roll?
Chair Carvalho,
Here.
Vice Chair Downs,
Here.
Regent Ariscata, Regent
Here.
Batista. Oh, thank you, Regent Batista. Regent Boylan, Regent Breger,
Here.
Regent Brooks,
Here.
Regent Brown,
Here.
Regent Del Carlo,
Here.
Regent Fernandez,
Present.
Regent Goycochea, Regent Goodman,
Here.
Regent McGrath.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. I will now ask Regent Goodman to lead us in the pledge.
Liberty and justice for all.
Before beginning, we take a moment to recognize that here in Nevada, we stand on the land of the Washishu, Washoe, Numu, Northern Paiute, Nui, Western Shoshone, and Nuwu, Southern Paiute. We take a moment to recognize and honor their stewardship that continues into today. With this recognition, we state an intention to rightfully include their voice and respect them as the 27 sovereign tribal nations of Nevada. Now to public comment. For those who would like to call in and offer public comment, please dial 669-444-9171 and enter meeting ID number 933-5568-7402 and passcode 555555. Is there any public comment here at CSN? Please state and spell your name, and you have 2 minutes.
Good morning, I'm Patrick Villa. I'm a faculty member here at CSN. I'm the past Faculty Senate Chair, and I was a member of the Presidential Search Advisory Committee. A couple things. First off, I would like to thank Regent Brown and the other 4 members of this committee. This is not an easy task. A lot of work, and I appreciate your extra effort to help us find the best person here. My phone has been blowing up all night since 5 o'clock when a lot of faculty were just unhappy with how things went down. I've explained that, we are advisors, we have input, but the final decision is here. I respect that, I understand the process, and I'm trying to explain that to people. But there's a lot of unhappiness with the fact that a lot of faculty were really trying to, our committee really wanted a certain way for it to go, and it didn't go that way. And again, I understand that. It questions, a lot of the questions I received was, why are there even faculty on that advisory committee if they don't listen to us? And again, I'm trying to explain that we are trying our best to explain and give advice. 5 faculty members, including an administrative faculty, were on this committee. A dean, 3 administrators, a student, a staff, and a number of community people. I'm a little disappointed that a lot of the community people didn't even bother showing up. I know they're busy, I know they have things going on. We were there for 8 hours doing all this stuff. Little bit bothered that somebody rolled in at the 4th interview, didn't hear a single thing. He then spoke, gave his opinion about who he endorsed, and you listened to him. And that's tough that you didn't hear a single interview, but you're representing a group and you're explaining it. We were told basically work with the president, and we will. We always do. We're faculty. We care about our students. We're not going to hurt our students. I congratulate Dr. Klippenstein. We are going to work with him. We are here for the students, though, and we will be doing our job, and we're going to get our faculty in line. But thank you. I apologize to the faculty. Some of them feel disappointed, but this is the process. So thank you all.
He's nicer than I am. My name is Tracy Sherman. I am the next Faculty Senate Chair at CSN. CSN will turn 54 years old soon, and yesterday 6 CSN faculty employees with a collective 108 years of CSN service, asked the College Presidential Search Committee to listen to us, and they did not. We discussed at length our outstanding trust issues. For months, we have been fielding the same questions from coworkers. Will they actually listen to us this time? Will they care? Those of us on the advisory committee were foolish, and we told them that we thought this group of regents would be different from all the others. We were wrong. CSN has consistently been treated like a throwaway Happy Meal toy, fun for a few minutes, but deemed to have no lasting value. Bits and pieces are useful, like when there might be a good story in the press for your personal gain, but long-term, Regents come and go. Many of us have stayed at CSN. Today, you will be voting on my 14th president in 28 years. You haven't dedicated yourself to this institution. In the past, you've heard about but paid little attention to previous college mismanagement. You left us, the CSN employees, to fend for ourselves while caring for our students. And now, you abandon us again. As with previous presidential searches, employee advisory committee members were just there for show. You asked us to evaluate candidates, and we did so thoughtfully, thoroughly, and honestly. You asked for our choices, and we consistently gave you some, the same ones, and you ignored us again. It was bad enough being ignored one time for a presidential search, and worse the second, and terrible the third, and then there was the fourth, and now you've continued. There was a fifth, there was a sixth time, there was a seventh time we were ignored, there was an eighth time we were ignored, there was a ninth, a 10th, 11th, a 12th, and now a 14th time that you didn't listen to us. We are disappointed.
Ted Chodock, CHODOCK, for the record, CSN faculty. When the 8 CSN administrative and academic faculty members of the ad hoc search committee for the hiring of a new CSN president were polled yesterday about their first and second choices, Dr. Kane received 5 first choice and 3 second choice votes. Dr. Baker received 3 first choice and 3 second choice votes. And Dr. Rivera received 2 second choice votes. Dr. Klipperstein received 0 first choice and 0 second choice votes. He is the 4th choice out of 4 candidates for CSN faculty. Collectively, these 8 faculty have about a century of experience at CSN. Many rightfully expressed disappointment that the Board of Regents are poised to ignore the views of CSN faculty once again. Why does the Board of Regents plan to ignore CSN faculty when they clearly say that they have found 2 candidates out of 4 that they believe will improve CSN? Is it because they want a leader at CSN who will be pliant, who will not rock the boat, who will not advocate for CSN? Do they want an affable older white man to lead CSN, a majority-minority school, an HSI with a white student population of about 30%, because he is likely to be safe for them, because he is likely to not ask too many tough questions of them? Is it because they want to set up CSN to fail, as they have so many times in the past? There's a lot of high talk about caring about what's best for CSN, but when it comes to the well-researched and well-informed views of CSN administrative and academic faculty, this care is absent, and in its place is disrespect. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Eric Garner, Chair of the Administrative Faculty Assembly. I received messages from many Administrative Faculty Assembly members listing all of the candidates in order. And there was no consistent candidate but Baker on various lists, but some had Klippenstein, excuse my pronunciation, I'll learn that over the years, but some had him as first, some had others as first, some had Baker as first, some had Kane as first. So personally, I believe we had 4 good candidates. I was a bit disappointed that there was no female option, but I'm sure that it was fairly deliberated and reviewed. So finally, with all said, I just wish our new president the best, and I think we made the best choice. So thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Raquel Melson for the record, M like Mary, E-L-S-O-N. Good morning, Regents, fellow colleagues. I come today to urge this board to direct the ad hoc committee to reconvene and recommend an additional nominee for this board to consider. I stand today before you to express my concerns regarding the presidential nominee put forth by the search committee, particularly as it deviates from the overwhelming support shown by faculty and staff and committee members for Dr. Kane. As we look forward to the future of College of Southern Nevada, it is essential that we remain aligned to our vision, to be recognized as a leader among community colleges in fostering student success, shared governance, and performance excellence. I believe Dr. Kane is the right leader to help us achieve that vision. Dr. Kane's track record speaks for itself. His leadership at Pierce College and Everett Community College both earned prestigious recognitions as Aspen Top 10 among community colleges, Leah Meyer Austin Award, and a Leader College of Distinction. This demonstrates his ability to lead large institutions to achieve the highest honors in higher education. Reaching this level of recognition requires a strong, unified effort from all members within an institution to drive measurable student success outcomes, something that Dr. Kane has done consistently and successfully. Dr. Kane has proven he can take our talented staff and faculty, focus our collective efforts, and move this institution towards excellence. You have the power today to direct the ad hoc committee to reconvene. I hope you will take that opportunity. Thank you.
Good morning, Board of Regents, faculty, staff. My name is Janet Vences-Balvas, spelled VENCES-BALVAS. First, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the search committee. I believe having a student voice and being a part of the shared governance is important. I've been in and out of CSN due to life circumstances since 2013, and I've seen some of the faculty and staff have only focus and mentality for themselves. Let me remind faculty and staff, you all are here because of students. Without us, this institution has nothing. I feel that Dr. Klippenstein will be the best person for this role, and his experience in shared governance and his work with tribal councils is important for this institution. Additionally, he has experiences with both MSIs and HSIs. I hope that moving forward, after my departure, the administration listens to students and actually gives us a seat at the table. Thank you. Thank you. Seeing no other public comment at CSN, SCS, is there any public comment on the phone?
Yes, Madam Chair, there is. Caller with the phone number ending in 4196, please press *6 to unmute. State and spell your name for the record, and you have 2 minutes to address the board. We'll come back to that caller. Caller with the phone number ending in 4911, please press *6 to unmute. Please state and spell your name for the record, and you have 2 minutes to address the board.
Good morning. This is Dr. Sandra Cosgrove, SONDRACOSGROVE. I'm a history professor at the College of Southern Nevada. I've been at CSN since 2001, and I am a Nevada resident since 1986. The subcommittee that selected the next CSN president just picked our new president exactly the same way the board picked our last president, and yet expects different outcomes this time. And the board did so in a deeply disrespectful way to the faculty who participated.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2272, please press *6 to unmute. State and spell your name for the record, and you have 2 minutes to address the board.
Thank you for this opportunity to provide this comment. My name is Mikael Pavliko, ASCSN Henderson Senator for the record. I'm grateful that the ad hoc committee reached a consensus to recommend Dr. Klippenstein as the next CSN president. I would like to respectfully ask the Board of Regents to consider the needs of international students, as we are often overlooked in major decision-making within the institution. Dr. Klippenstein has shared his experience working with International Center and supporting international students. I'm confident that he will advocate for the best interest of international students as well as for the entire student body. Thank you.
And caller with the phone number ending in 2248, please press star 6 to unmute. State and spell your name for the record, and you have 2 minutes to address the board.
Good morning. For the record, my name is Pedro Escalante Jr. That is Pedro, ESP, ALA, NTE, JR. I am a student at Nevada State. Though I am calling him today, my voice and the voices of countless students are still here. Distance does not diminish the urgency of this moment. On Monday, March 10th, 2025, the NSHE federal update reaffirmed that DEI and student support programs can still stand. If both our state and NSHE are committed to protecting federal funding for higher education, then surely we must also ensure that the students who rely on these programs are supported and not left behind. But words on paper mean nothing without action. Denying or dismantling these programs isn't just an oversight. It's a betrayal of the very commitments NSHE has made. Academia is more than classrooms. It is a place where students, especially those from marginalized backgrounds, find safety, guidance, and the freedom to grow. When these programs are erased, it's not just policy being stripped away. It's people. The students who walk these hallways, who bring diverse voices, who make these institutions vibrant and alive. So I ask, will you uphold the promises in this letter, ensuring education remains a right, not a privilege? Or will you send the message that some students, the very people who shape and strengthen these institutions, don't belong? Because education is a basic human right. Human rights are not a negotiation. They are not a matter of business, convenience, or debate. The right to exist, to learn, to thrive. This is not optional. If these programs are erased, what message does that send to my friends, my peers, and students who will come after us? Students who will need support, who seek a better future. What does it say about these institutions that the very programs that make it inclusive, vibrant, and just are the first to be questioned? I urge you, please do not turn your backs on it. Thank you.
And caller with the phone number ending in 4196, please press star 6 to unmute. State and spell your name for the record, and you have 2 minutes to address the board.
Good morning. My name is Kanapos Simonkon, SRIMONGKOL on the record. I am honored to express my full support to Dr. Klippenstein as the next president of CSN. I have been impressed by his vision, leadership, and potential among the candidates. Dr. Klippenstein stands out as best fit for this role. As a CSN student, I firmly believe he will lead our institution toward promising future. Thank you.
That's all the callers we have at this time, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. We will move on to item number 2, which is appointment for the president of the College of Southern Nevada. So to start this off, I'll invite Committee Chair Heather Brown to give some remarks on the committee's recommendation and the process and anything else you'd like to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair. I'll actually be quick, given we were here 8 hours yesterday. So yesterday, the ad hoc committee for the CSN presidential search met. We did interview 4 candidates, but it was a unanimous decision to bring Stacey Klippenstein forward to the board for consideration as the next president of the College of Southern Nevada.
That is very, very fast. Thank you.
I'm working on brevity.
Thank you, thank you. That was brief. So at this time, before us today is a recommendation of an appointment for the next president at CSN in addition to the employment contract for Dr. Stacey Klippenstein. So at this time, I'll open the floor to Regents for comments, questions, or anything that you'd like to add. Regent Brooks?
Thank you, Chair. I was just going to speed this along and make a recommendation to approve both the contract and the appointment.
Thank you. So I have a motion from Regent Brooks to.
Regent Del Carlo.
Great. So a motion from Regent Brooks and a second from Regent Del Carlo to appoint Dr. Stacey Klippenstein and to approve the attached employment contract. Is there any other discussion, questions, comments before we go for a vote? Yes, Regent Goodman.
I would just like to say that there was a lot of thought put into the choice yesterday. And I think that Dr. Klippenstein is going to do an incredible job. And I think it's vital, somewhat what Eric did, it's vital to welcome your new president. And it's difficult for a president to come on and hear this kind of negative discourse. I understand that we did not support the faculty that was on the committee, but we did support the students, we did support the classified staff, and we supported the labor representative, who, by the way, is a huge piece of what's happening at CSN. So I just want to let everyone know, I think it's important for our faculty to support this president and give him a wonderful chance to do great things at CSN.
Thank you, Regent Goodman. Anyone else? I see some regents also on Zoom. I'd like to offer them the opportunity if they would like to speak. Seeing none, I will then call for a voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Klippenstein. I'd like to give you a few moments to introduce yourself and to give any opening comments that you'd like to share with us.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. I have 41 minutes and 36 seconds, so I'll try to take it all. I just want to start off by saying I lied yesterday. I thought our Coyotes would beat up on the Gila Monsters, and that apparently did not happen in the women's basketball program. So I know they'll get them next year. I did want to say, first of all, thank you. It's a humbling experience, and I'm incredibly honored to be standing in front of you today as the next president of College of Southern Nevada. A lot of emotions have been in my mind over the last 24 hours. From a deep thank you to you and your support in me with the full board. And it's always nice when a president has the hands of the board on their back. But equally as important for me is to have the hands of our students, in the hands of our faculty, in the hands of our staff, in the hands of our community also. But I don't take that lightly. I need to also show my hands and show support of all those groups as well. And in my career, I feel like I have done that. And I will continue to do what I enjoy to do in working with every single faculty, every single student, every single staff member, community member, anybody who wants to chat with me, talk with me, whatever else it may be, support them on new endeavors, new initiatives, listen to them. I've had good success with that. Am I perfect? Not everybody is perfect. But I have learned over the last 35 years and 12 years as a president that there are great opportunities and time to sit down and have two big ears and no mouth and actually listen. There's also plenty of opportunity for me to bring people at the table and say, I'm not here to make the decision, we are. And I'm here to communicate effectively as best as I can. Now I have some things to learn at College of Southern Nevada with the working with the various different groups and organizations, making sure I understand what their needs are and how do I bring those things forward. So I'm very encouraged to work with our students here at the College of Southern Nevada. I'm very encouraged to work with the faculty and the staff, administrative faculty, as well as you as the board and the NSHE staff and Chancellor Charlton as well. I just wanted to share something with you that kind of has resonated with me thinking about this over the last 24 hours or 2 o'clock this morning when I was up taking notes on the next steps. Is some of you might have been close to me and you might have seen that I'm wearing a tie clip. I hardly ever wear tie clips. I don't think a lot of people wear tie clips anymore. The tie clip has a K on it. This was my father's. My father passed away last summer My father was a hardworking man. He was an honest man. They called him Honest Clip. He was a police officer for 23 years. He was in Southern California, LAPD area. He was a sheriff deputy. He was a chief of police. I learned a great deal from him. But when he left law enforcement, he became a carpenter. Incredible, incredible carpenter. I learned a lot from him. He started a company called SOS Construction. And you probably go, oh, emergency construction coming. No. He said, my brother and I asked him, what does that stand for? And he said, Save Our Sons Construction. Because I don't know how many times I called him to say, hey, Dad, how do I do this? How do I do that? And the reason I wanted to share that with you is I learned a lot of hard work and ethic from him, and trusting and honoring everybody who he talks to, because as a police officer, you're talking to a lot of different people. You're dealing with a lot of situations, and he needs to show grace, and he taught me that. The one thing, though, that he taught me with helping him build a couple houses when I was in high school was that, in order to build up, you have to build a strong foundation. Before you can go vertical on any building, you have to have a strong foundation. And that's the one thing that I've enjoyed looking at and working with at every institution I've been at is let's look at the foundation and build a strong foundation and then build up. And that's what I want to do here at CSN. I have work to do with the foundation, not the fundraising foundation, Danita. I do have work to do with the fundraiser. She's probably going, oh, good, he's talking about the foundation. But no, it's about the foundation of the institution. It's the institutional culture. It's how we communicate, right? It's how we have shared governance. It's how we work and support our students. So that's my goal, is to establish a strong foundation. And I can't do it alone. It takes the 2,000 plus employees, and it takes the 30 plus thousand students, and it takes the 11,000 plus community and corporate ed students. It takes the community of Las Vegas and Mesquite and Laughlin and all of those locations in Clark County to help build that foundation. And I'm going to be committed to that, strongly committed to that. And hopefully I'll be able to give you good reports on what that looks like and feels like. So you're very well informed of what we're doing. We'll be working a lot with Patty and the next chancellor. I'm encouraged by that as well, and the NSHE staff. But most of all, I'm here to support CSN. And I'm here to support the people behind me right now. I'm here to support the students, people watching and listening in. So, Madam Chair, members of the board, I'm incredibly blessed to be here in front of you today and to accept the position as your next president at the College of Southern Nevada. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Klippenstein. Welcome. I'm going to go now to President Kibler.
Bill Kibler for the record, acting president of CSN. I think it's appropriate to provide a small gift from the president's office for our new president. And although he's wearing a blue tie today, it's not the official CSN tie, so we'll give him one of those as well.
Thank you. We'll move on to item number 3, new business. Is there any new business for this committee? Seeing none, I will move to item number 4, public comment. Is there any public comment here at CSN? Seeing none, I will ask SCSs if there is any public comment on the phone.
There's none at this time, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. So with that, I will adjourn this meeting at 9:30. Thank you.